All right. Well, we'll start off the post-race media availabilities for today's 19th annual Service King 300. We welcome into the media center William Byron, driver of the number 9 Exalted Duracoat Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. This is Williams' back-to-back top 5 finish. Finished 5th today in the race, and he's also the top finishing Sunoco Rookie of the Year contender. William, back-to-back top 5s. Didn't take you too long to accomplish that feat. Talk about today's race and the current stretch you're on.
Yeah, it's been good lately to get some top 5s. We were able to really make some good adjustments over the race. I felt like we kind of started the race. We struggled a little bit just in traffic and trying to get the car to handle right. But ultimately after that, we got it pretty good, got some track position. Guys did a great job on pit road, and we were able to get up front and lead a couple laps and then be able to ultimately finish in 5th.
Great. Thank you, William. Joe, if you want to join William, feel free. All right, cool. Any questions from the media center to William Byron? We've got a microphone here. Holly's, we'll start with.
Yeah, talk about how being in a field that has a lot of Cup drivers in it and a lot of experienced guys, how that helps from a developmental standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, it helps a lot because you just can't make the mistakes that you could if you were out there just racing the regulars and guys. And it's not that we wouldn't all be racing really hard. It's just that the Cup guys are on it every lap. So it's just about getting good restarts and making sure you do all the things right and don't make any mistakes.
Holly?
Holly K, NASCAR.com. It looked from our perspective like a really fun race to be in today. A lot going on. And just could you kind of talk about having to rally again and what that was like coming back up?
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, it was a blast out there. This place I've never been here, so it's pretty cool. You have a lot of options. You can run the apron down there in 3 and 4. There's kind of 3 or 4 grooves in 1 and 2 as well. So it's just a blast. There's so many places to run your car, and it just makes it a lot of fun for drivers and makes it pay off the hard work in the race.
Rallying back after you had a little incident earlier.
Yeah, we kind of got back on that restart, had tires, and just wasn't able to get through the field like I wanted to. So just was able to, I think, get up to 8th or 9th, and we had the last pit stop, and that really got us in good position to get a top 5.
Jerry?
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net and Performance Racing Network. Texas Motor Speedway just released a poster with you and Bubba as the young guns, and Ty, as the young guns coming in there next. Can you talk about going to your next track and looking forward to TMS?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be new for everybody, so that should be good for us and good for our team to be able to adapt. And I think I'm just looking forward to that and kind of looking forward to the rest of the season. We seem like our performances on the short tracks are really strong. We're getting our big track program better and should be good.
Any questions from the media center? What about the Terrace Press? Any questions from the Terrace Press?
No questions from Terrace Press.
All right. Thanks so much, William.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We are now joined with Joey Logano, driver of the number 22 America's Tire Discount Tire Ford for Team Penske. Joey, this is great stats here in the Xfinity Series. 7 top 5 finish in 9 Xfinity Series races here at Auto Club Speedway, and just outstanding racing all day long. Maybe just kick that off and just the hard battle at the end there with Kyle.
Yeah. I vote for 2 races at Auto Club Speedway. I'll be the first to say that. That's what an awesome racetrack. So much fun. You can run anywhere you want. The racing's great. There's tire fall off. There's bumps. There's everything here. This is the perfect racetrack. And this is I wish we came here more often because it is the best racetrack we go to. So I'm excited about racing tomorrow. Really mad about not winning today. I guess is the best way to put it. Such a fast discount tire Ford today. Actually qualified really good and obviously led a lot of laps. And we had the fastest car and we didn't win the race. So a lot to look back at and understand exactly why. You know, obviously execution plays a big role in these races. You know, you can have the fastest car, and if you don't execute, you don't win. And today, we didn't execute well at all, and we're lucky to finish second.
All right, thank you, Joey. Any questions? We'll start down here. We'll go in the front.
Hey, Joey. Keith Flair with the Sangerville Tribune. It seemed like everything happened in the pits for you today. How in the heck did you get up to the front each time?
It was a lot of fun. I was getting practice for tomorrow. Just, you know, a fast car, real fast car. A little bit of experience around this racetrack helps me, and knowing where to go on these restarts, and then just not really caring, just hammer her down, basically. Put it up there on the top and let her eat, and that's pretty much what I did. Was able to pass quite a few cars, get ourselves back in the lead from going to the back, got back to the front, went to the back, got back to the front, and it really all came down to that last restart. And what's his number, 23 maybe? Who took 2 tires? Yeah, I don't know about that move. That wasn't a good move. I don't know what they were thinking, but maybe not the best play at this racetrack. And I knew he was going to spin him. There's no way he couldn't. Not his fault. He was a sitting duck, and I was a sitting duck behind him. That lost too much track position on that restart to get too far behind Kyle. If not went for that, we would have been probably door-to-door racing across the line, bumping and banging or something. And we were able to catch Larson their last few laps. We were definitely faster. Just I needed another lap, maybe 2.
On the left here.
Hey, Kyle. Tom Stoller, Motorsports
Joey.
Channel. Hindsight is 20/20, of course. What was going through your mind with 10 laps to go right before that yellow came out? It looked like you had him.
Oh, no, he had us. We got lucky the caution came out. He passed me.
Well, I'm saying before the caution, with 10 laps to go, what was going through your mind?
Oh, I mean, I knew he was a little bit better than us. I think he had 2 or 3 laps newer tires than me, which was surprising that it continued to stay faster the whole run. And we raced the heck out of each other. We had a lot of fun racing with him. It was a good time. And he was faster than me, and I was just trying to mix up my lanes and get around cars and around lap cars and stuff like that. And eventually he cleared me. Once he cleared me, he was going to drive away. So once he cleared me, I said, shoot, this thing's over unless there's a caution. And, I mean, it wasn't a half a straightaway later. The caution came out. I said, all right, we're back in it. And then we just weren't able to start in the front row.
Jerry.
Jerry Jordan, former Racing Network, kickingthetires.net. Put on your cup hat real quick and talk about going to Martinsville next weekend. Your thoughts?
It's a lot smaller than here. Martinsville. Yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't thought a whole bunch about it, but I know obviously it's a very tough racetrack. You know, a lot of the race depends on the temperature of the outside and how that race plays out. So I don't really know. Typically, it's cold at this race, but who knows? But yeah, it's a fun racetrack. A lot of bumping and banging, that's for sure.
Anyone else from the media center? How about the Terrace Press? Questions?
A question for you, Joey. Wolfgang Monzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. After this trouble in the pits, you came in a couple of laps, I think just 5 or 6 or 7 laps, from nowhere back to the front. For me, it made me speechless. It looked like magic. Can you give the secret about this, why you get so quick back to the front?
More throttle and less brake. usually makes you go faster. I don't know, just getting in the right line in the right time and keeping the momentum. Really, that's what this Xfinity racing, and so anytime you go to a big 2-mile racetrack, it's all about mo and keeping that momentum going. And we were able to, I guess, keep that rolling while the cars were side by side and stuff like that. We were able to keep the momentum going.
You got Bob.
Hey, you're good.
Sorry if this was asked, but was it good for you and Kyle to have a good side-by-side battle and everything seemed clean?
I think anytime you race against someone that obviously have a scuffle with or whatever you want to call it with in the past, it's healthy to race against each other in the future. And you know, I thought we raced the heck out of each other today and raced clean and raced for a win and a lead. And there's no issues. So I think that's good. You know what I mean? We raced each other like we typically do, and it wasn't a problem.
So we have one more from the Terrace Press.
Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Joey, with the tire rule in effect for tomorrow, just curious if you learned anything today that you could apply to tomorrow.
With the what rule?
Rule?
Tire rule. The amount of tires?
Yeah.
Oh, that's in effect every week, isn't it?
Well, it seems like it could have had more impact tomorrow because, tires seem so
Yeah, I mean, it
important
just all
here.
depends on the amount of cautions. This race we thought was going to be, talking with Greg Irwin, our crew chief on the Xfinity side here, before the race, we were trying to figure out, if there's a caution in the middle of a segment, or a stage, what was going to happen. You wanted to make sure you had tires at the end of the race, that you had something to race with, because if that late race caution came out at the end and you didn't have any tires left, you'd look like the 23. So you got to make sure you have tires left at the end of the race, and that's key when you're calling the race. So tomorrow there may be a point that, depending on how cautions fall out, then you're going to have to, maybe save a set if you have to.
Okay, anyone else? We got one more. And then I'll let Joey go.
Okay, Presto, Cars in Competition. Joey, I don't know if you can answer this question, but we had several car fires today, which seemed rather unusual in the Xfinity races. I haven't seen that before. You have any idea what would cause this many fires when the cars had a crash?
I don't know. I mean, when you crash pretty hard, usually lines break, oil lines break, and then obviously it catches fire. Oil gets on the headers, or fuel lines maybe break loose, things like that. That's usually what starts a fire, is just the lines on the car breaking, or motors blowing up, or whatever it may be. Just ironic, I think.
Well, thank you, Joey, for the great show. It was awesome. And thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Can't wait for tomorrow.
All right, we are with the winning team of the 19th Annual Service King 300, driver and crew chief of the number 42 Ineos Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing. We'll start off with you, Kyle. Outstanding racing at the end of that. This is your second win here of Auto Club Speedway. Just maybe talk about the battle with you and Joey at the end.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun there. We had pitted and had only really about a lap or two fresher tires than the rest of the guys in front of us, and was able to catch up to Joey and just try to stay patient behind him, and actually got by him one time, and he had a run off 4, and I went to block him, and he got back to my outside, and then it was tough to catch him again, and then was able to get back by again as soon as the caution came out. Would have liked to have not seen that last caution, because I thought our car was better than Joey's on that longer run, and but we got the caution, had a great pit stop, and lined up on the outside row because the 21 had taken 2, and I knew Joey was going to be the guy to beat because he was super fast on a short run. So I wanted to line the 21 up in front of him and kind of choke him down because he would probably spin his tires. And yeah, so the 22 had to get by the 18, and then was catching me for sure. And probably another lap, I think he would have gotten me. He was quite a bit better than I was in 1 and 2, and had moved up in 3 and 4 and was catching me. And I think if I would have moved up in 3 and 4, he would have got by me on the bottom. So glad that the run was as short as it was there, and we were able to get our Ineos Chevy into victory lane. Mike Shiplett did a great job all throughout yesterday in practice. We were struggling. He made some good adjustments, got our balance close, and then we started the race off really loose the first run, and then really tight the second run, and then kind of went back and forth there for a little bit, and got the balance better, and just in time for that long run and then the short run there. So happy with how the second half of the race went there, and cool to get back in victory lane here.
Speaking of Mike Shiplett, seemed like he talked about strategy, lots of different variables with the tires and everything that went on today. Can you talk about the race from your vantage point?
Yeah, there was a lot of different strategies going on with the Ineos Chevrolet. Once we got into our fuel window, where the yellow came out, and that put us in our fuel window, we had to come in and get fuel just in case the race went green. We could have made it. There was a few up front that would have been questionable. The way the 22 had their incident on pit road, you know, that kind of put them in a position where they could make it, and the 18 was the other one, and he was questionable if he could make it. So, you know, it just opened up for that window, and like Kyle said, we got the car right at that point of the race, and from that stop and the last stop, we just put 4 tires on it and let the pit crew did the rest, and they did a great job all day today, gaining us spots on pit road every time.
Great. Okay, we'll open up the questions. Start over here with Holly, and then we'll move back up here.
Thank you. Holly K, NASCAR.com. It's good to be Kyle Larson this week at California, I guess. What does this do? I understand that they're 2 completely different races and different sets of competitors, but what does this do for you having winning the pole, winning the race today? Just kind of where are you in terms of getting ready for tomorrow with that kind of a success?
Yeah, you know, it helps confidence for sure. But like you said, they're 2 totally different races, and race cars, they don't drive anything alike at all. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to learn a lot, but, you know, I was able to learn, you know, what lines kind of were good, how to position your car over the seams and stuff like that to help out. So, you know, little stuff I guess I probably already knew, but it's nice to just get a little refresher in that race. And, yeah, but, you know, confidence for sure is high right now with how well we've been running in both series and qualifying well in the Cup car, and hopefully, you know, run up front again tomorrow.
Go to the front here.
Jim Alexander from the Southern California News Group. To kind of follow up on that question, and something I was going to ask anyway, what has running Xfinity over the last 3-4 years done for you as far as development and as far as being able now to run Cup? I mean, what carries over, and what are some of the things that you've learned?
Well, I think early on in my, you know, I've only been racing stock cars. This is my 5th year or whatever. So early on, you know, me doing double duty like I did, you know, in 2014, pretty much every race, really helped me get up to speed quicker in the Cup car because, you know, my first year in Cup was only my 2nd time around a lot of those tracks. So there in the beginning, you know, it really helped, I thought. As I've gotten more comfortable with running both cars, and I don't know, I guess you learn less because you learn a bunch in the beginning. So I still enjoy running the Xfinity car and always have fun because we always bring good race cars to the track. And you know, I feel like we always have a shot to at least run in the top 3. So that makes it enjoyable. And yeah, you know, just more seat time helps. Really in any type of car I get in, I feel like the more seat time helps.
We'll go to Bob, and then we'll go to the Terrace Press.
Bob Pockers, ESPN. After the couple of days that you've had, do you feel any differently going into tomorrow than you have kind of the last 4, 5, 6 Cup races where you've finished 2nd?
So my Cup car in practice is as good as I've felt all year long so far. So honestly, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I didn't think I'd run 2nd in any of those races that I ran 2nd in based off of our happy hour speed. Where today in practice and yesterday in qualifying, I feel like we have one of the best cars, maybe the best car on that side. So yeah, confidence is high. Just gotta, you know, not make any mistakes in the race. You know, I caught the wall off before in practice today, and got a little bit of right rear damage, but nothing too major. So I just got to make sure I don't do anything stupid tomorrow and be overly aggressive and get in the wall or whatever, make bad decisions, and maybe we can take our car in a victory lane.
Go up to the Terrace.
One question for you, Kyle. First of all, congratulations for the win. Wolfgang Monze from Germany, Ranchport Press Agency. I have a question concerning your teammate in Xfinity, Brandon Poole. I had the impression, maybe it's wrong, but I had the impression he was struggling with speed. How identical are your and his cars concerning setup?
They're extremely identical. So the way Kyle drives and the way Brendan drives are very similar, but the cars are built exactly the same. The same guys build them, same group of guys assemble them and come to the racetrack. Anything that we learn, the 48 can put in their car. Anything the 48 learns, we put in our car, and we work together as a team to give each car the best possible shot each weekend we can.
And Brennan's gotten a lot better, I think, over definitely the second half of last season. He became more aggressive and all that, and his finishes started getting better. And, you know, with me, you know, I get to run more than twice as many laps as he does, you know, before the Xfinity race starts. So I already have a lot more experience going into the race. So I think that's why you see a lot of Cup guys run up front all the time.
Go in the front, and then 2 questions in the front here.
Okay, Presto, cars in competition. Describe your feelings when you touched the wall a few times, and also when you saw Gallagher between you and Logano.
Yeah, I always try and make it a goal not to hit the wall, but in Xfinity, anyways, it's you run. The closer you run to the wall in Xfinity, the faster you go. Our car wasn't handling great there in the beginning of the race, and I was just trying to hang on and do what I can. But there was a couple times the first run where I was really loose and I slid and barely nicked the wall, and then on the run where we were tight, you know, I caught it with the right front because we couldn't turn very good. And then, you know, late in the race there, you're just trying to get everything you can. You know, when I was racing Joey, and I would, you know, run in the corner a little too hard or pick up the gas just a little too hard, just trying to get everything I could. So in Xfinity, there's really not a huge penalty to hit the wall. In Cup, though, you touch the wall and your aerodynamics are messed up and you go a lot slower, where a lot of places in Xfinity, I feel like you hit the wall, you go faster. So it's not too concerning to me when I hit the wall. I know Shiplet and Chip and Caitlin give me a bunch of crap when I hit that wall, but I think it's fine. But and then when Gallagher, when I was happy I beat Gallagher off pit road. I was drag racing him and knew he was on 2 as soon as you know, I could see him on my outside on pit road. So knew he needed to beat him. And then when he was in front of the 22, I felt like I was in a good spot. So I was happy.
Keith Blair, San Gabriel Tribune. The pit road speed penalty, but you're able to come right back quickly to get up to the front. Do you think that's maybe something for tomorrow? It's like, hey, anything can go here?
Well, you never want to speed, and I'm not really sure what I did to get the speeding penalty because you know, I was very consistent on my lights down pit road, and I think it might have been the segment where you leave your pit stall and get to your speed limit, where maybe I'd gone a little bit too far, and then was, you know, a little bit too quick in that segment. So, but no, I mean, Xfinity is a lot easier to pass in Cup because it's less competitive throughout the field. You make errors like that in the Cup car, they're hard to recover from. But this is one racetrack where it's so wide and so many different lanes to choose from that you can pass a lot of cars quickly. So yeah, I was able to restart outside the top 20 and get to 12th pretty quick on that one run, and then you know, back up to the front. Where I think Joey got a speeding penalty and probably got to the front a lot quicker than I did.
Okay, any other questions for either Kyle or Mike? All right, we'll wrap it up. Congratulations, guys. Thanks for coming in.